property tax. In Pakistan, a resident man or woman proudly owning immovable property in Pakistan will be taxed on deemed earnings for tax year 2022 and onwards. Such deemed profits shall be computed as 5% of the fair market value of the immovable property. The charge of tax on such earnings is prescribed as 20% tax on price of capital property in Pakistan. A resident man or woman proudly owning immovable property in Pakistan will be taxed on deemed earnings for tax 12 months 2022 and onwards. Such deemed profits shall be computed as 5% of the fair market value of the immovable property. The price of tax on such earnings is prescribed as 20%. This interprets into a nice tax at 1% of fair market value of immovable property. Certain exclusions have been supplied for immovable houses for the cause of this tax. That includes 1. Immovable property owned with the aid of the resident person. Self-owned enterprise premises from the place the commercial enterprise is carried out by using the folks acting on the energetic taxpayers listing at any time at some point of the year. Self-owned agriculture land the place agriculture exercise is carried out through man or woman except farmhouse and land annexed thereto. Immovable property distributed to a shahid or dependents of a shahid belonging to Pakistan Armed Forces, a character or dependents of the character who dies whilst in the provider of Pakistan Armed Forces or federal or provincial government. A struggle wounded character whilst in provider of Pakistan Armed Forces or federal or provincial government. Or an ex-serviceman and serving personnel of armed forces or ex-employees or serving personnel of federal and provincial governments, being unique allottees of the capital asset duly licensed with the aid of the allotment authority. Any immovable property from which earnings is already chargeable to earnings tax. Immovable property in the first tax 12 months of acquisition the place tax boost tax on buy has been paid, where the truthful market cost of the immovable property does now not exceed 25 million Pakistan rupees. Immovable property owned by using a provincial authorities or a neighborhood government, or immovable property owned by way of a neighborhood authority, improvement authority, builders and builders for land improvement and construction. Situation to the circumstance that such people are registered with Directorate General of Designated Non-Financial Business and Professions. Social safety contributions. Nominal social safety and employees' old age benefit contribution is accrued from the employers. Employee is, additionally, accountable for a nominal contribution and admire of employees' old age benefit. Employers are accountable to acquire and pay on a month-to-month basis. Consumption taxes. Value-added tax. VAT is primarily levied at 17% on the fee of goods, except especially exempt, alter permitting associated enter credits. Provinces levy income tax on positive services. See the other taxes area in the corporate tax précis for greater information. Net wealth worth taxes. There are no net wealth worth taxes in Pakistan. Inheritance, estate, and present taxes. There are no inheritance, estate, or present taxes in Pakistan. Property taxes. Property proprietors are required to pay property tax levied and accrued by using provincial governments through municipal governments at various rates. Stamp taxes. Stamp responsibility is a provincial levy and is accumulated on property registrations, property transfers, shares transfers, energy of attorneys, etc. Registration tax is a provincial tax and payable by and large on registration of property and vehicles. What is FBR property tax? The tax price has been more advantageous on property transaction via Finance Act 2022. The FBR stated the charge of improved tax on sale or switch and on buy or switch of immovable property has been improved from 1% to 2%. What is CVT tax on property in Pakistan 2022? The federal authorities in the budget 2022 added CVT at the fee of 1% on the price of Pakistanis' movable and immovable residences backyard Pakistan. The tax will follow to houses valued over Rs 100 million. The cost will be decided towards the trade price on June 30, 2022.